part of the world you are having. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. Today we are going to be talking about the Jeffree Star Blood Lust palette. Now this palette, interestingly enough, has been the only launch that I have actually been able to calmly get, not having to fight within the first 5 minutes to be able to get this palette. I saw it launched, said I'm gonna try. It can't hurt to try. I went on, I put it in my cart, I clicked checkout. A second or two later, I entered my information, it went through, I got my confirmation, and voila. I've tried for every other recent palette release for the mystery boxes over and over and over again, and I can never get through. And as I said, I have enough stress in my life and I'm not about to go through that. But nonetheless, I got this little puppy, and I have to say the packaging is right up my alley as far as color goes. It's really stunning in person. Do you guys prefer, and please be honest with me because I'd like to do it the way you want to see it, the way the beauty gurus do, and they come in all made up and they talk about the palette and they say if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. I kind of don't like those. I kind of just prefer to sit down and introduce myself as I'm talking to you guys and act like we're putting on makeup together, which is essentially kind of what we're doing. So, but I would really like to make you guys happy, so please let me know what you would prefer. I also did get the gloss. Unfortunately, Little Nugget decided to step on the box. Bad Little Nugget. But, I mean, look at the aesthetic of this packaging. I will give him one thing. He definitely goes way over the top, and I don't hate it. I have to tell you, and this gloss is absolutely gorgeous. I've tried his liquid lipsticks, and the colors just for some reason have not really worked well on me, but I want to buy his glosses because this one is stunning, as you will see. I already have a lot of my makeup on, my base makeup. I kind of just touched it up since I just got home from work. Not gonna lie to you. Just took off the eye makeup, kind of put the concealer on, the whole bit like that. You know how it goes, but I got this quite a few days ago. You know what my life is like, people. I don't have to explain it to you. But as I said, this is very unusual packaging for him. And when I actually opened it, this is what greets you when you open it. Now, I bought this from Beautylish. I didn't even bother going on to the Jeffree Star website. It took a hecka long time. As I said, it came just a couple of days ago, and it is March 9th, and the launch was on February 21st. And Beautylish did state it was going to be 10 days before they even started to process your order. I don't know how it works. I've seen tons of people open theirs already. Either they got them in PR or they bought them in the store. But yeah, I don't have a Morphe store by me, and I'm not about to go driving all over the planet trying to find one. You have to admit that if you know me at all, you know that this grabbed my attention. You know how much I love purple. You know how much I love fuzzy purple. And this is just, yeah. Is it practical for a makeup palette? No. Do I care? No. The back is absolutely beautiful too. This is not a sticker. It is etched into or engraved into the palette, and it's beautiful. On the palette itself is where they are giving you the ingredients. I don't have a problem with any eyeshadow ingredients. I never have. But of course, as you know, with certain palettes, check the ingredients to know your allergies so that you are safe. We have to be advocates for ourselves since certain companies are not going to be completely forthcoming with us. This is not a first impression because I wanted to do a look. I wanted to get a feel for the palette so I can speak a little bit more about it and not just have it be, oh, this is nice. The front here looks like a jewel handle. It's quite substantial, honestly, and you just pull it open. Now, it does click close nicely, and I really, really like it. I have not even taken the mirror off of the plastic yet, but of course it does come with a very nice mirror. Sorry about the reflection. I often wonder, do people say sorry to blind you? Does it really blind you when you see the lights in the mirror, or is it that just people don't want you to see the mess that's on the other side of their filming area? For me, it's I don't want you to see the mess on the other side of my filming area. That's just me being dead honest with you as usual. When I first saw the pictures, I was like, I don't know. I didn't know if it was going to be something that I would really like. If you look at it, even here on the camera, it's really not giving you the true picture of the palette. Some of the finishes of these shadows are absolutely stunning. In the camera, a lot of them tend to just look flat, but the finishes of these here and this black, wait till I swatch the black. I'm not going to swatch the whole palette because I'm sure you have seen it, and if you want to see it, I will swatch it and put it on Instagram. I'm very happy to do that, but I don't want to, you know, if you don't want to see them, I don't want to waste too much of your time. It has some beautiful mattes. It is kind of pastel, and I'm not very much into pastels. They have to be the right pastels for me to like them. But I have to say, I used quite a few colors in the look that I did, and I did post that look on Instagram. As a matter of fact, I think maybe 2 days ago. I used this base color, which really kind of looks like cement, but on my particular skin tone, it acts as a very nice base. It is very, very pigmented, and I said it does absolutely look beautiful. As you can see, for a cream shadow, it's pigmented as heck. I used that one, I used this one here, I used this one here, I used this purple, and that purple, and that purple, and a touch of that purple, and a little bit of this. I used quite a lot of colors because I wanted to get them all on my eyes as much as possible, and I even dipped into this color. It's a greenish black in the pan, but I can't even describe how it comes off on my eyes. These look like they are 3 different finishes as far as their metallic or shimmery base. This is the least of them, and I'll show you oh, they are so soft. I hate ruining the star, but they're so soft. You can see that's a beautiful, more of just a shimmery color, not a glittery color. That is called Take the Crown. This pink one here, that's Wet Jewel. Now if you notice, almost more of a topper. I find that it has that texture, not the same texture. It's definitely, to me, more of a topper shade. Sorry for the middle finger, I can always tell those shades when I hold them up because they just act differently. And I did try layering this on top of a matte and it looked stunning. Pink Magic is one of the most, oh, it's so pretty. That one, as you can see, has the most intensity as far as some of the shimmers go. I'm just going to swatch one more matte, the purple. Even though it is grapey, it still went on my eyes beautifully. Again, they have a beautifully creamy texture to them. I mean, just look at how that purple went on. You saw a live swatch, whatever that is. The only other true Jeffree Star palette I have is the Mini Breaker palette that was gifted to me by my amazing friend, Pamela, from Granny Skincare and Makeup After 65. She was so kind to send that to me. And I do really like that. I said, but this is my first purchase from my own as far as his palettes go. And I am going to swatch this one last, which is Executioner. His names, I think, are just, oh, wow. His names are ridiculous, but nonetheless. Now this one is shifty. I can't describe it. It is most definitely a matte with sparkle, but it doesn't have that dry texture, it's a creamy texture. And I found if you pat this on or pack it on and just very lightly blend, it maintains that intense sparkle. It will almost blend away. You're still left with some, but it does blend away substantially if you really kind of buff it out to, you know, diffuse the color. So just keep that in mind if you have the palette. But that is one intense black with just some greenish, goldish goodness. Greenish, goldish. Wow. I'm going to go down this row and incorporate a look and then add this into the corner because I'm sure everyone is getting purple looks. Now, people are questioning that this palette wasn't a real purple palette. Did you see the look that I did on Instagram? My Instagram is always linked below, by the way, so you should really check it out. Maybe. I'll follow you back, by the way. I always do. That look I got was a really purple, gorgeous look. So it is a purple palette, but it's not a totally monochrome palette, which I think is what everyone was expecting. I don't mind this. I like this, and I'm happy with it, that I won't get just one look with it. I'm going to get many looks with it. And then if I want that purple, there you go. Sorry, my hat. No, I'm not wearing a hat. My hair is wet and it is still drying, but I do want to get it out of the way, so I'm just going to put on a headband, you know, keep it out of my face. What? You never saw anyone with peeps on their head before? I was going to prime my eyes. I was like, you know, not everyone uses primer, and I want to do a look that maybe everyone can do, and if they don't want to use primer, they don't have to, and they can still see how it's going to look without it. With a fluffy Luxie brush, but I have no idea. I think this is a Luxie brush. I can't read it, even if it is. I'm going to go into Your Majesty, which is that stone cement color. I mean, look at how opaque that is. Using my Juvia's Place brush, I'm going to go into Vivid Mood. So how is everyone's day? I always talk about my day and what's going on with my life. I would like to hear how your lives are. So I don't know if you've heard, obviously everyone's been keeping up with the coronavirus. And here in Westchester County, our numbers are growing tremendously. There are several schools very close to where I work that are closing. I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the probability of someone in my district becoming testing a positive, I mean, is quite high. I said, and I'll tell you why I'm really not worried. I'm taking that same color and I'm going to run it. Here we go, my friends. I'm going to run it underneath my, lower lash line. Do you see how close I am? I just going to keep banging into everything. I mean, everyone in the school district and all of the others are taking as many precautions as they can. They recently installed hand sanitizers in all of the hallways. Best and most effective method is to wash your hands often. I do have a compromised immune system, but not in the way other people have a compromised immune system. I don't have a lung problem, and my immune system is actually hyperactive, not hypoactive. So I don't know how it would affect me, but I can take every precaution that I can and wash my hands and don't touch my face, which I have a very, very hard time doing. I am so guilty of that. I don't know about you guys. But you know what's funny? With all that I have suffered and with all that I've been through, inside I'm like, whatever. I'm kind of walking around, but I'm kind of just like, the whole world around me is moving at an extremely fast pace, and I'm kind of walking through like a mud pit. I don't even know how to describe it. And I don't know. Everyone around me is living and existing and living their lives. I'm just kind of just existing. And this should probably worry me and I should be more concerned. I'm like, whatever. The only person I do worry about is my dad, and I will do everything to protect my dad. I took him out. I don't know if you saw on Instagram. It was the first time, like, you know, we went out. We had to do shopping, and I drove him all over the place, all over Westchester County, as a matter of fact. But I was like a mother with their child. I said, Daddy, don't touch anything. I said, don't touch your face. I have wipes in my bag. I have hand sanitizer in my bag. I wiped everything down. I said, if you touch anything else, let me know. I have more hand sanitizer. I will protect him over anything. I'm actually going to go in with this green Vile Serpent. Well, that's such a pleasant name to want to put on my eyeballs, you know? I mean, just look at that color. But the other thing is, I really think the media is inciting panic. You cannot find a bottle of hand sanitizer anywhere, in-store, online, anything. And there's the price gouging that is going on, and I think it's an absurdity. But of course there are people in this world who are going to take advantage of people in their worst times and worst conditions and try to make a profit out of it. Unfortunately, that is the bad side of human nature. One suggestion I have is, you know, soap and water, as I said, is the best. When my mom used to take us out when we were babies, she always had, we used to joke, she always had wet washcloths in her purse in a baggie. They didn't have hand wipes back then when I was young. You know, 2, 3, you know, when kids make an absolute mess and they get filthy and they don't care, but their mothers care. She would keep several filled with soapy water, not dripping wet, but a soapy washcloth, and then she would keep several that were clean so she could wash us and then wipe us off. And I may start doing that. You know, in school, when I open doors, I open them with my elbow. I've been wearing long sleeves so that I can pull my sleeve over my hand and open a door, and I do that everywhere. But I don't think there's a reason to incite panic. By the way, I'm no doctor. Let's get that out of the way now, shall we? I'm no doctor, I'm no health professional. I'm just using my common sense and things I think everyone really knows deep down, but citing of fear can make people become irrational and not think properly. And if you really compare real statistics, facts, this doesn't have anything to do with my knowledge or my opinion, this is facts. If you look at the flu, the mortality rates, the percentage of them, and not the amounts, don't look at the amounts, just look at the percentage of those who had it and those who passed with just the regular flu. That percentage rate is huge. And if you look at the mortality rate of those who have it and the percentage who've passed with the coronavirus, the percentage is very, very small. It is very bad for those with compromised immune system, the very young who don't have a strong enough immune system, and the very old, not the very old, people over 60, I think, are at a worse chance of having a worse effect from getting it than someone of a younger age. Doesn't mean everybody should be complacent just because they're young and healthy. You don't want it, obviously. But, you know, the kids in the high school, I tried to, calm their fears a little bit. They're all panicking. It's like, guys, don't panic. Everyone is not going to get it. This isn't a movie. This isn't the movie Contagion. It's not the movie The Stand. It's not the movie Outbreak. I said just because you get it doesn't mean you're going to die. Has been proven. People have recovered. There are people who are testing positive who don't even have any symptoms. They're asymptomatic. And that could be the same with the flu. You know how you're around a sick friend and you're like, oh no, she was around me, she had the flu or a cold, but then you don't wind up getting sick? That means you might be carrying it because you were around the person, you might carry it, but it doesn't mean you're actually going to become symptomatic and get whatever they had. I've been just trying to tell the kids, be smart, be vigilant. Let's not cause this panic and fear that's making people charge $50 for a little 1-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer. That's absurd. The one thing I tell you I wouldn't do, I wouldn't go on a cruise ship. That's just me. I mean, a lot of the cases are people on cruise ships. I mean, cruise ships are walking petri dishes. You know, you're in such confined quarters that all of the diseases that happen, you know, when there's like this outbreak, how many times have we heard over the last years? It hasn't been the coronavirus, but it's been SARS and other things and stomach flus and all kinds of nasty little things that we don't really want to get. I can tell you one thing, because of all this extra precaution, people aren't going to get colds and the flu either, because everyone is being so vigilant about sanitization, washing your hands, you know, so we're going to stop a lot of other things too because of this. By the way, it's the first time, as I said, I've used this color, and it really is blending beautifully. You would think for such a rich matte color that it might be patchy or anything. I think this is absolutely stunning. I do want to deepen things up a little bit, and I am going to go into a, what is that? Oh, I thought it said unicorn, it says dungeon. Big difference, Leanne. This almost looks like a brown, but it is a deep, deep purple. The one thing I will agree with, though, is stocking up on certain necessities, because in the event that you do tested positive, you will be quarantined, and if you don't have enough of the essentials, you will be in trouble. Deviant. And I want to kind of bring some more of this purple back up here. I want to take this Executioner, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, now do you see with me packing it, how it maintains that sparkle? It's an amazing shade. All I'm doing is literally buffing out these edges a little bit. because I don't want to blend it away. Under my eyes, again with this green, just a little bit more. What I like is I had some of that black on there too, and it's just really making a nice combination. I'm going to try going to this green. I have no idea why that I want to, but it is called Sworn Enemy. I don't know if that was what I was going for. I just wanted to like step out of the box and see and play with all the other colors. Let's just go with this pink. What am I doing? Oh, you know what? Let's try the topper pink and see what happens. Just to show you, look how that pink like goes on top of anything, and it doesn't overpower the color, but it just adds something to it. Honestly, I haven't experienced much fallout, if any at all. I'm going to go on my brow bone. For once I said it correctly. With the bone color again, which is Your Majesty. It's definitely a different look for me. Let me go finish everything up, and I will be back in a minute to give you some final thoughts on this. I'm back. I finished off my eyes with just some black mascara. I actually used purple eyeliner on my inner waterline on the top, and actually brought it down onto the bottom as well, and I really like the way that looks. I didn't put on an inner corner highlight because I forgot, so maybe let's do that real quickly. So I am actually going to take the crown up here. This is a beautiful, gorgeous color. I love that one. The funny thing is, I think I chose some of the hotter colors to work with because I could have done a really easy, simple look, but it was like, I really wanted to see how I could make those work. And this isn't the best color in my eyes, I'm discovering, nor really is a lizard green. That's just me, personally. I said, but I am happy with the look, and I would wear it out. People, may think I'm a bit overdone, but people think that anyway. I'll just put on the lippy, and then I'm going to like kind of give you my final thoughts and everything, which I think you kind of know already, but I have to say it anyway. As I said, I love this one. This is the color. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. But let me just hold it up again because it has this iridescence to it. But you don't look like a complete alien when you're wearing it, which is nice. The wand is so long. I almost like shoved it up my nose because I'm used to a much shorter wand. And he does have that angled doe foot, which does make the application really nice. Ooh. I shoved it up my nose. Look, would you look? Look, uh-huh. I need to smell it again because you can smell it while you're putting it on, and it's really, doesn't taste good. No, it doesn't taste good, but it smells good. I've been wearing this on its own, but I just put on a nude lip so you could see it like a little bit more on top of something more opaque. And it's so pretty. I really like it. So these I want to get more of because I like his formula a lot. And I mean, it is very bulky and kind of obnoxious and a bit hard to carry around in your purse. But I don't care. I really like it. And I said, as far as this palette, no matter what, I'm going to keep this forever because I just absolutely love the packaging. But I see myself dipping into this quite often and, stepping out of my box and trying something different. I'm not always going to go into that purple look. I really want to try more of these reds. Throw like these together. I want to try dip. I almost said what you think I'd almost said, and I'm glad I didn't say it. Different rows, different sections. I'm just going to have fun with the palette. More importantly, I would like to hear your thoughts on everything, and because yours is the opinion that really matters to me. Let me know if you picked this up, what your thoughts are, if you've gotten it yet. Or I just look forward to talking to you guys. You guys are just, you're amazing people. You really are. And of course, whatever part of the world you are having, whatever the part of the world you're in, on and around, I hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you have an amazing week coming up, and I will see you very soon. Maybe with another Get Ready With Me. If you like these, let me know. Okay, bye guys. Love you. Bye.